We're doing yoga today and we've got Victoria here. Hello. Victoria does a form of...
it's called rocket yoga. It's a form of dynamic yoga based on Ashtanga. We go quite fast, so just do what you can, but the main thing is just to breathe deeply, slowly, in and out through the nose. It's a breathing practice first and foremost.
If you haven't done yoga before, you could probably still do it, but if you've done a tiny bit, it would help, probably.
Yeah, so I've been teaching Trinny for more than a year, so it's Trinny's practice that we're sharing, really. So watch as much as you like, do as much as you like, and let us know how you get on.
Great, brilliant.
So there's always the option to do a bit more or a bit less.
Great.
So pick whatever's right for you. Standing at the front of the mat. Let's start with some stretches today. So we're just going to stand feet hip width apart. I'm going to face you so you can see me. Inhale, big breath in, reach the arms up through the nose. Take the left wrist with the right hand, and let's just bump the hips over to the left. Draw the waist in. Feel that breath filling up the side ribs here. Oh, nice big breath. Inhale, come to center, switch sides. Big breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. Inhale, come back to centre. We're going to do a little bit of neck rolls to warm up the spine. Interlock the fingers behind you. Take the elbows wide, feet quite wide apart. Inhale, lift the heart, elbows wide, look at the sky. Exhale, curl the elbows in, roll all the way down, roll your spine down. Stretching out the back of the neck. Pressing into the feet. Inhale, roll all the way up. And as you come up, take the elbows wide. Lift the heart, press the hips forward. Exhale, we're going down again. We're going to do 3 of these. So just warming up the spine, warming up the central energy channel in yoga. It's also the central part of the nervous system. One more. Curl the elbows in, roll all the way down on the exhale. All the way up on the inhale, take the elbows wide. Stretch it up and come to the top of your mat, please. Feet touching. So that energy radiating out through your fingertips. Roll the shoulders back, belly draws in, feet press down, crown the hip grows tall. Feeling nice and strong in standing position. Big breath in, long, slow breath out. So you breathe this sound, ocean sound, this whispering sound, a slight contraction in the back of the throat. And a little breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up, sun salutation A. Exhale, fall forward and down, release the head, bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, slide hands up, shins, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step it to the back of the mat, lower the knees, and then with control all the way down to the floor. Point your toes. Inhale, lift the heart, so navel stays down. Exhale, chin down, lift the hips, straighten the arms, push up, tuck toes, lift the hips for downward facing dog. So you can keep your knees bent on this first one, just while we're waking up the body, breathing in, breathing out. Heels sink towards the floor, doesn't matter if they touch. Breathing in, breathing out. Just look forward at your hands, make sure your palms are pressing to the floor, your fingers are extended, your wrist creases lined up at the front of the mat, texting thumbs nice and straight. Inhale, bring the shoulders over your wrist, you're back in plank, we're just going to lower again, knees, all the way down. Point the toes. Inhale, lift the heart. This time we're going to lift the arms up so we can feel which part of the lower back is working. It's this kind of girdle here. Exhale, hands down. Straighten the arms. Sit, lift hips, downward facing dog. This time pedaling out the feet. Getting into those hamstrings. Remember, hands press down, hips lift. This time take the feet wide and the hands wide. They're about mat width and circle your neck. So nice to be able to do this when there's no weight on the neck. It's really nice and free. Nod your head yes. Shake it out no. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Relax your face, blow your lips. Replace the hands and feet. So we're going to do one more push-up. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower knees all the way to the floor. Inhale, lift the heart. Navel stays down, elbows squeeze in, feel the lower back working. Exhale, chin down. Arms straight, downward facing dog. This time, right leg comes to the sky. Three-legged dog. Really press through those hands, press through that left heel, presses down. And we're going to step that right foot just outside the right hand and do some hip circles. We're just getting into this hip joint. You can put the back knee down if that feels more stable. Breathing in, breathing out. It's all about the breath. Press into the hands, tuck the back toes, swing that leg up and back. We're back in three-legged dog. Left heel presses down, that's it. Lift the knee higher, higher, higher. And exhale, step it down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the knees. This time I'm going to lower halfway, so shoulders come in line with elbows. Inhale, lift the heart, chest up, and then take the knees off if they'll go. This is upward facing dog. Now curl the chin in, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Other side, left leg lifts, take it off center. Exhale, step it outside the left hand. And we're back in those hip circles. Doesn't really have to look like anything, you're just getting this full range of motion into this ball and socket joint. You can have the back knee down, just getting a bit of juice in here to wake it up. Breathing in, breathing out. So our breath is rhythmic, same length inhale as exhale. Take the hand down, tuck back toes, swing it up and back, three-legged. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower into push-up. So you might prefer the one that goes all the way to the floor or just this halfway, depending on how your arms are doing in terms of building up the strength. So whenever we do push-up, you choose the one which is working for you. You might even do the full push-up if you've done lots of yoga before. I'm going to show that. You can watch or you can join in. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, my body's going to stay in that plank shape. I'm just going to lower halfway and then I'm going to roll up. This is chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at the hands, bend the knees and walk the hands to the back of the mat. Just going to shake out the wrists. A lot of work on the wrists there. Just going to give them a bit of a break. Grab opposite elbows and rock side to side, ragdoll. So this is a great pose to do any time of day when you just need to, if you feel like your head's really full and you just need to let some of those thoughts go. And when you feel like all the weight is releasing from the mind. Come back to center, interlock the fingers behind the back and take the arms up and over. Stretch the heads, the shoulders up. Take the fist up, relax the head. Nice. Working the legs towards straight. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now deeply bend the right knee and drop the right ear to the right knee. So you should feel quite a big opening down the left side. Ooh, hello hamstrings. Switch sides. Deeply bend left knee. Keep the fists lifted, keep the shoulders lifted, keep the belly lifted. And back to center. Very nice. Release. Take the hands to the floor, crawl all the way to the front of the mat, so you're back in plank. So pick your push-up. You're either going all the way down, halfway down, or the full push-up without the knees. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. So I'm like squeezing my elbows into the sides of my body. Exhale, downward facing dog. I'm going to stay here for 5. Inhale. Exhale 1, so hands are nice and broad. Inhale. Exhale 2, the heart is melting towards the knees. Hips are tilting to the back of the mat. Exhale 4, we'll call that. Inhale. Exhale 5, soften knees, look forward. Inhale, hop, jump, step or walk to the front of the mat, look up, straight legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the feet, sweep the arms up, look at your thumbs. Big breath out, hands down. Window's getting opened.
I can't do hot yoga. I need fresh air.
There we go. We'll do one more like that. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step it back into plank, lower into your push-up. I'm going to do the full one. Trinny's doing that too, rolling over, squeeze the elbows in, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. And stay here for 5. Inhale. Exhale 1, fingers broad. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Breathe in, melt the heart down. Exhale 4, breathing with sound. Inhale. Exhale 5, soften knees, look forward. Inhale or walk. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet all the way up. You're getting warm now. Exhale, hands down. Sun Salutation B. So similar, but with just a few added movements. Sit down like you're sitting in a chair. Sweep the arms up. Sink the weight into the heels. Exhale, fold forward and down. Relax the head. Inhale, come up to flat back, slide hands up, shins, shoulders back. Exhale, step it back. Lower into your push-ups. I'll do the knees one just to demonstrate that. Inhale, lift the heart, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, step it forward and look forward. And take the back heel down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look at your thumbs, warrior one. Exhale, take the hands down, step back into plank, lower into your push-up. I'm going to demonstrate the one that goes all the way down. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same on the other side. Inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, step it forward, back heel down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look at your thumbs, back leg straight. Inhale, swing it up and back. Exhale, take it down, back and down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower into your push-up. I'm doing chaturanga here. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra if you're in the low one. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for 5. You might want to reset your downward facing dog. I always walk my feet in a little bit, it feels a bit more comfortable. You want to feel the hips lifting to the sky, the heart melting down, and your breath has a chance to recover its lovely inhale, exhale rhythm. Trinny's doing some great breathing here. So you want to be able to hear yourself breathing, this ocean breath, soft breath in the throat, like you're whispering. Let's call that 5. Soften knees, look forward, inhale, jump.
Keep going. Just sorry.
Exhale, fold. Inhale, back into chair. Exhale, hands in prayer. So we're going to do one breath, one movement. We're going to go a little bit faster this time for this last one. Inhale, come into chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up flat back. Exhale, step it back, lower into your push-up. So you remember you're picking low, medium, or the chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time the right foot steps forward. Back heel down, warrior one. Look at your hands deeper than the front knee. Exhale, hands down, back to plank, lower into your push-up. Inhale, up dog, so your arms are getting nice and strong. Exhale, down dog. Other side, left foot steps, back heel down, sweep the arms up, look at your thumbs, back leg strong. Exhale, hands down, back to plank, lower. Inhale, up, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog, stay here for 5. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Breathing in. Breathe out, 5. Soften the knees, look forward. Inhale, come to the front of the mat. Exhale, fold. Sink the hips low, you're back in your chair. Exhale, hands prayer in front of the heart. That's our big warm-up done. Coming into our standing poses now. So we're back in the chair, we're going to hold it for 5, 4, sink the hips low. You can even lift the toes off. 3, 2, elbows come higher. 1, and twist. Left elbow outside right knee. So the knees want to stay glued together. You don't want one popping in front of the other. Roll that top shoulder back, chest comes in line with your fingers. This is twisted chair. It's a little bit harder to get the breath in the twist, but keep it going. And all the while we're engaging this pelvic floor muscle, what we call mula bandha, the root lock. It just connects us with what's going on the inside and puts your spine in the right place. Inhale, back to center, you're back in your chair, keep low. Exhale, other side. Half chair, my knees are nice and level. Roll the top shoulder back. Press down with the top hand. Back to center. Half chair. Interlock the fingers, press the palms away. Chest comes onto the thighs. Turning up the breath now. Really getting warm. Lift the elbows, lift the belly, sink into the heels. One more breath in. One more breath out and relax. Just come into your ragdoll. Heel to the feet apart. Sink the hips low. Coming into some kind of squat. Doesn't have to look the same as mine. You can be your feet in, the heels can be off. Everybody's getting an opening in the inner thighs here. The spine comes as tall as you can, like there's a weight on your bum, pulling you down, and the crown of your head is lifting. Option to stay here. You can even kind of move from side to side, or the arm balance crow pose. If you're trying crow, you might just want to watch this if you've never done this before. Hands and feet in a square, hands nice and broad. So my knees are going to come above my elbows. That's the kind of key to getting this. Knees above the elbows, and they're going to squeeze in really strongly. I'm going to tip the weight forward, elbows squeeze in. Knees on the upper arms. I'm going to look forward, and then I'm just going to see if I can get air under one foot, and then the other foot keeps pressing the hands down. Really nice. Squeeze the knees into the elbows. That's it. To the upper arms. Really nice. Look forward. Breathe. Yay! I saw that. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. We're on warrior sequence now. Knees nice and warm. Arms up. Hips face the front of the mat. And even though we're still, we're really feeling the movement of the breath inside. Now take the hands behind the head, like we did when we did the neck rolls. Draw the waist back, and you just lift the chest up. Really nice stretch across the chest. I like this because I'm at a desk all day until I do my yoga in the evening, and this area gets very tight. Now, same arm position, open the hips to the side, warrior two, draw the waist in. And I just got a little waist stretches. Toning the waist. But really, we're just putting the body through its natural range of motion with all these positions. We're not aiming to get good at shapes. We're just aiming to connect with our natural range of motion that we maybe had as children, but also adding strength. So we're here to get strong, steady, and mobile. Come back to center, open the arms out. Warrior two, draw the shoulder blades together in the back, pull the waist back. Knee is deeply bent, my knee is over my ankle. Breathing in, breathing out. Triangle pose. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Step the back foot in a little bit so you're nice and steady. Reach forward for the shin or the big toe, and the left arm comes up. Roll the shoulders back. Imagine you're leaning against a wall. Press yourself back and feel like you're pushing against the ceiling. Legs are nice and strong. So this bottom arm is weightless. It's just there, resting gently. Looking up at the elbow or the top hand. That's a little bit tricky on your neck. You just look straight ahead or down. Very slow circles. We're going to take 3 circles with the arms really slowly with the breath. Getting into that shoulder. 3, and then on the last one, we're going to frame the front foot with the hands. Step the back foot in, so the back heel is down, and you're feeling nice and steady. Fold forward over the front leg. Now, if you have blocks and you want to bring the floor closer to you, put your hands on blocks. Yeah, exactly. Option to stay here, or take revolving triangle so that right arm comes up, left arm presses down. Hips come back, crown of the head comes forward. So you're trying to take some of the weight into that back foot, yes. Really nice. So I'm going to eat my dinner off that. Trinny sits lovely and flat there. And take the hands down. Bend the front knee. We're going to walk the hands forward so they're underneath our shoulders, and see if you can catch some air under that back foot. Doesn't matter if it's just a little bit. If you're happy there and you want to try another challenge, you can see if you can get some space under your hands and take them alongside the body. So really shoot out that back leg nice and strong. Looking forward. Yay! Step back into warrior two. Oh, this feels like a rest now. It might have felt like hard work to start with, but oh, thank goodness for warrior two. Okay, side angle, forearm to thigh. Take the back arm up and over. So it's like triangle, but we're bending our front knee this time. And again, you're two-dimensional. Leaning against an imaginary wall, and my little finger side is rotating down, so I'm keeping that shoulder nice and open, rolling that back shoulder back. One more breath in. One more breath out. Interlock the fingers behind the back. We're going to bow the head down, drop the head for humble warrior. So just like we did when we started, we're lifting the fist up, lifting the belly up, and staying strong in that back leg. Press into the outer heel of the back leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, take the hands to the floor, take the back knee down. So don't forget, if you are feeling a little bit like you need a little bit more support, you can do all of these poses with the back knee down. I'm going to take the hands inside the foot, and you might be happy there, just working on this hip. If not, if you want to go a little bit further, you take the right hand just outside the right foot. So we're starting to thread our shoulder underneath the knee. Open up that hip a little bit more, relax the head. This might be where you are today. If you want to go one step further, you're reaching behind you and grabbing the left wrist with the right hand and relax the head down. It's a little bit stronger on the hips. Just giving you options as to where to go. Everybody's different in their body. Some people have very open hips. Some people have open hamstrings. The balance of everyone's body is very different. And release. Place the hands either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes, coming all the way up. I'm going to take that foot in a twist, left elbow outside back knee. Sorry, left elbow outside front knee. Roll the shoulders back. So that's same like we're in twisted chair. Same arm position, draw the belly in. And option to straighten the back leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath in. One more breath out. Uncurl, take the hands down, step it back into plank. Option to go straight into child's pose or do a chaturanga push up, up dog, down dog, drop to the knees. This will take a rest before we do our shoulder work and then the other side. Child's pose, it's really nice to sit with your knees nice and wide if you can, so the heart can melt to the floor. You can add some side stretches by walking the hands around to the left, drawing the right hip down. Walking out to the right, drawing the left hip down. Option to stay in child's pose or join us for a little bit of shoulder strengthening. Interlock the fingers, making a fist. Elbows and forearms pressed down. You're going to tuck your toes and come into a downward facing dog shape and walk the feet in as far as they'll go. So my elbows are underneath my shoulders and I'm looking forward. Breathing in. Press strongly down with the forearms. We're strengthening the shoulders here. It's like we're doing weights, but we're using our body as a weight. And relax the head. Come all the way down. Well done. Back into child's pose. Take a couple of resting breaths. Enjoy the soothing sound of your ocean breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Making that ocean sound in the back of the throat, the same as you do when you're whispering or you're fogging up your sunglasses to clean them. And back into downward facing dog. You ready for the other side? Okay. Inhale, right, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Back heel comes down. We're in warrior one. Arms up, back leg nice and strong. Hips face the front of the mat. Thighs are squeezing in towards each other. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath in. One more breath out. Take the hands behind the head. Open out the elbows and lift the chest to the sky. Back leg nice and strong. Eyebrows soft. Press through the front heel. And then we're going to open out to the side. Same shape, warrior two, but with the elbows out. And those little side to side maneuvers, taking the elbow forward and back. Yeah, so drop the side to side. That's it. Deep bend in the front knee, see if you can keep that front knee over the ankle. I find this really tricky. I just feel like my range of movement here is, I think it comes from sitting at a desk a lot, it's quite limited. And then open hips and arms to warrior two. Very nice, draw the shoulder blades together in the back. Fingertips extending in opposite directions. And the front knee over ankle. Back leg is nice and strong. Brilliant, that looks so strong. Very nice. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Step the back foot in. We're going to reach forward and down for triangle pose. This two-dimensional pose with both legs straight. Feel like you're leaning against the wall. Soft left hand. Back leg nice and strong. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath in. One more breath out, and then take 3 front crawl arm circles. And on the 4th one, we're going to frame the front foot with the hands, step the back foot in, and fold forward over that front leg. Don't forget you can put your hands on blocks if you want to bring the floor a bit closer. So there's weight in that back heel. Bend the front knee if that helps you bring weight into that back foot so you feel nice and steady. Option to stay here or press the right hand down, left arm comes up, revolving triangle. Hips come back, head comes forward. One more breath in. One more breath out. Hands down. Ready for our balance. We're going to walk forward with the hands and the back foot comes off. A little bit or a lot. Doesn't really matter, but your back leg is really strong. Like you're pressing out through those toes. And maybe the hands come off just an inch or so. Maybe they come alongside your body. Looking forward, gaze steady. Thighs squeeze in, picture warrior two, again straight back, yay! We're done. I'm going to dwell on it. Warrior two. Oh, this feels like a rest. And forearm to thigh, right arm comes up and over. Extended side angle. Pinky finger side rotates the floor. And that bottom shoulder rolls under, getting space across the chest. And that back leg is nice and strong. Back heel presses down. Very nice. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, interlock the fingers behind the back, drop the head. Don't forget you can do this with the back knee down if your legs are getting tired. Deeply bend the front knee, lift the fist, lift the belly. Relax the head. One more breath in. And breathe it out. Take the hands inside of that left foot. Drop the back knee down. And we're going to experiment with threading the shoulder underneath the knee and placing the left hand outside the left foot. Relax. If you're happy then you can go a step further and you bind behind you. But you pick wherever is your edge. Everybody's working to a different place, so nobody's pose is going to look the same. And there's the option to straighten the back leg too. You just work to where you are feeling an opening in the hip. And release the hands, replace them inside that front foot, take the back knee down, come all the way up, tuck the back toes, taking the twist now, twisted side ankle, right elbow outside left knee, hands in prayer. Roll the shoulders back, so we're trying to get a nice open chest. Press the top hand down, and if you want to straighten the back leg strengthening, do, or just keep the back knee down. Very nice. Uncurl, step it back, we're so nearly done. Okay, either meet us in child's pose or you can join me for a vinyasa, which is this push up, up dog, down dog, push up, lift the heart, down dog, come into child's pose. Option to stay in child's pose, really lovely hip opener and really nice chance to take the weight off the mind. Or some more shoulder strengthening, forearm stand. So your hands are about forearms width apart. And this time we're going to lift the hips in downward facing dog in a slightly different arm position. So press down strongly through the forearms, walk the feet in as far as they'll go, look forward, and then you're going to just raise one leg off. See how that feels. Press down, really strong in the forearms, and then switch sides, other leg. Now take your favourite leg up in the air, keep it up and just practice some little hops on the leg that's on the floor. That's it, little hops. If you're doing this on playback, you can go against the wall if you feel like you want to come all the way up. That's it. Do the other leg. If you've got the energy, do the other leg. If not, just sit back in child's pose. That is really, it is really quite taxing on the shoulders because this is not a space, unless we're doing some kind of specific weights, this is not a space that we give much strength to. But if you think about, carrying the world on your shoulders, we need strong shoulders. How are you doing, Trinny? You'll be pleased to know it's balance poses next. Come into downward facing dog. Soften the knees, look forward. Gently make your way to the front of the mat, look up. Exhale, fold. Pressing into the feet all the way up. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands in prayer. I'm going to take a little water break. So that is, we've crested the wave. We're now warm and open. We've warmed up the big muscles, so we're going to get into some deeper stretches, but they won't be as energetic as the ones we've just done. So we can really reap the benefits of all that warming up we've just done. And most importantly, we've warmed up the breath. So the breath is what we're going to need for these balance poses. So let's take tree. I'll face you so you can see me. You can have a support next to you, that's absolutely fine. Everybody pick up the right knee. You might have your left hand on a chair, on a wall. And take it out to the side. So the left leg is nice and strong. And you're either going to plant your heel on the inner thigh, or for a little bit softer version, you're going to go on the calf. Or a little bit softer, you're going to take your big toes on the floor. So whichever position is right for you. So big toes on the floor, calf, or heel. And then take your hands to your chest, roll the shoulders back. My standing leg is really strong. My kneecaps lifted, my foot's pressing to the floor. Pick a spot to look at and don't move your eyes. A lot of balance is about concentration. Lifting up in Mula Bandha, the muscles of the pelvic floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Either stay here or you can take the arms to the sky. I'm going to give you another option. It doesn't really matter if you wobble or fall. This is just an experiment. We're going to take the right hand to the right knee, bump the hips to the left, side bending tree, ankle strengthening. If you wobble, if you lose your balance, just come straight back up. Inhale, come back to center. Cross the ankle over the knee. Flex the foot and sit down like you're sitting in a chair. Hip stretch. So eventually your elbows come inside that ankle and eventually your hands come to the floor. So wherever you are in this pose, everyone's getting a nice hip stretch. And again, you can take a support in front of you if you prefer to do it on the support. You're still getting that hip stretch. Oh, my ankle's burning a little bit now. It's really working. Breathing in. Breathing out. If your fingers come to the floor, press your palms into the floor. Pressing all the way up. Oh. Shake it out. Oh. Yeah, my legs are really quite burning now. Ready for the other side? Everybody, standing leg or right leg nice and strong. So this is the one that's really going to do all the work. Pick up the left knee. And find your tree, so it's either this high one on the calf, or with the big toes on the floor. And of course, take the back of a chair or support. That's absolutely fine. So quickly getting into your pose, commit to it. Find a spot to look at and then enjoy this feeling of almost weightlessness as we balance. Lifting up the pelvic floor, drawing the belly in, listening to the sound of your breath. Option to stay there. If you want to add some arm variations, take the arms to the sky. Draw the belly in. It really helps if you keep your gaze fixed on a non-moving point in front of you. And if you want to take the side stretch, the hand comes down, hips bump to the right. Ooh, probably find it, I'm much wobblier on this side. It's quite normal to feel very different on each side. Coming back to centre. Ooh. Ankle over knee, flex the foot. Ooh. Sit down like you're sitting in a chair. Again, support goes in front of you if you're doing this version with a support. Eventually the elbows come inside the ankle and the hands come to the floor. And we're all working on our own version of this hip stretch, so it looks different for everyone. Pressing to the feet, slowly come all the way up. With control, all those muscles firing. Exhale, come down. Felt that on my calves.
Oh, felt that everywhere.
It's funny because we're hardly moving, but we're doing so much. Right, we're going to come to the floor now. Hooray! Come to the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, step to the back of the mat. Lower into your push-up. So I'm going to do the knees and halfway. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, chest is up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, just come to seated. We are going to just start with a tabletop. So fingertips point towards the feet behind you. Feet flat on the floor, roll the shoulders back. Lift up. Lift the hips as high as they'll go. If it's comfortable, you can take the head back or just keep looking forward. Press the big toes down. This is really nice for the shoulders again. Lift the hips higher. One more breath in. One more breath out. And tuck the chin in. Sit all the way down. Come onto your bum. Pick up the backs of your knees and lift up. Lift your chest. Navasana boat pose. You want to go a step further, you take your arms alongside the body. If you've got a little bit more oomph, you straighten the legs, look forward. Find that same even steady breath you had right at the beginning. Cross the ankles, bring the ankles in towards the bum, place the hands down on the floor on blocks, or even in your imagination, we're going to lift the bum off the floor, even just pretend we're doing it. So you're lifting up inside. That's it. Push the blocks a bit further forward. So there's some more here. Lean forward. Yeah, so the action is forward. Yes. And down. That's it. So you almost like you want to come forward. That's it. Yes, got it. Well done. Place the hands down. Grab the backs of the knees. I'm going to do this once more, so take the option that you like. Knees, arms, legs. Ooh, one more breath in. And cross the ankles. Come over, line all the way down on the floor. We're going to stretch out those muscles that we've just tightened in snake's pose. On our forearms, so a bit like when we did shoulder stand, forearm stand. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. And feel like you're drawing the hands towards the back of the mat. So you're stretching the front of the body. Look up, stretch the front of the neck. And release. Come all the way to the floor. Hands alongside the body. We're going to do some back strengthening now. Feet pointed. Lift the head, chest and legs. So feel like you're like a skydiver and you've got trails coming out of your fingers and your feet. And feel the muscles in the lower back really turning on. Squeeze your bum. One more breath in. One more breath out. And come all the way down. Make a pillow with your hands. Rock your hips from side to side. Interlock the fingers behind the back. Big toes touch if you can, lift all the way up. Eyebrows and forehead are nice and soft. Pressing out through the toes. And come all the way down. One more like this. We're going to just grab the tops of the feet, squeeze the knees in. So you're grabbing your ankles or the tops of your feet, your knees are trying to squeeze together, and come all the way up. Eyebrows soft, face is really soft. You're going to want to screw your face up here. Consciously relax it. Press the feet to the sky. Ooh, come all the way down. That was the last one, I promise. Rolling over onto your back. For bridge pose. So first of all, we're just going to lie with the hands over the head. So this might be your back bend today. Opening out the chest. I'm going to give you some more options, so join in with whatever you feel is right for you today. Press into the feet, lift all the way up. Lift the hips high. Now interlock the fingers at the base of the spine. Wriggle your shoulders under, press your big toes down. And lift your hips high, lift your chin off your chest. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the knees towards each other. Press down on the feet. Okay, come all the way down. So you're going to take one more back bend, any of those that we just did. So this one, this one, this one. Or if you are working towards the full wheel, which is that back bend or crab pose you might have done when you were younger, or that you already know, place the hands alongside the shoulders, and on an exhale, you're just going to come onto the crown of your head. Stay there a breath, and then you can push all the way up from there if you want to go. So crown of the head, you might want to stay there, squeeze the elbows in, squeeze the knees in. And if you want to try and straighten the arms, straighten the arms on an exhale, and then you want to bring your heels out and your toes in more, working on straightening the arms. Coming back onto the crown of the head, take the knees into the armpits, just massaging the spine. Well done. Rocking up and back. And come up. I'm just going to face the front of my mat once more. Coming onto all fours. Step the right foot forward. Knee is over the ankle. And then we're just going to straighten that front leg. Working into a forward bend over that front leg. So we're back in leg territory. So we're going to do a little bit of work on this side. I'm going to lengthen the right leg. And you're going to see that your right leg is at least 2 inches longer than your left until we even them up. This is half Hanuman. Hanuman was a monkey with very long legs. So if you would like to stretch your legs a bit further, there's no obligation to do that. You can. Or you just stay in that first pose that we did with the front leg straight. But whatever you're doing, doesn't matter what shape you're in, you are breathing strong, steady, smooth, ujjayi breath, we call this victorious breath. Really nice. Okay, from there, we're going to take the right shin across the mat, right knee down, sitting down for pigeon. So if you're rocking onto that right hip, just stick a block or cushion underneath and fold down. If your knees are a bit grumbly in this, do it on your back, lying on your back with your right ankle over your left knee, pull your left knee in. So this is pigeon on your back. Enjoying this really lovely release with the forehead on the hands or on a mat or on a cushion. And letting gravity do all the work here. Inhale, come up. Sit tall, or option to just grab your back foot and pull it in. A bit of a quad stretch. And release. So that back leg, the left one, is going to swing all the way around. Left foot goes outside the right knee. We're setting up for a twist to the left. Inhale, right arm goes up, left arm behind you. Exhale, elbow outside knee, or you can hug, whichever's more comfortable. So pressing down on that back hand, sitting tall in the spine. And exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana. This is half Matsyendrasana. So Matsyendra was another mythological figure. He was a fish. He listened so hard to the secrets of yoga, concentrated so hard that he was given a human form and became the first yoga teacher. So if a fish can do it, we can all do it. Inhale, come back to centre. Okay, so from here, we are going to spin around in a clockwise direction. Pick your bum up off the floor. Don't worry if you get in a tangle and fall in a heap. So pick your bum off. We're going to spin the arms around in a clockwise direction, lift the bum. And by the time you turn round, you should have your right knee on top of your left. In any case, just cross your ankle, cross your knees, right knee over left. We're in Gormukhasana, cow face pose. I'll face you so you can see. You're going to sit tall. If this is doing enough for your outer hips, you can really feel something. Sit tall. If you want to go a little bit further, bow down. Sinking the weight still into the hips. This is great for runners, cyclists, or anybody who sits a lot and can get very tight in the outer hips. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, come up. So we're going to try and cradle this shin. If you can see me there. Cradle the shin. Foot holds the hand holds the foot. And my elbow on the shin like you're rocking a baby. So we're just opening up the hip. That's it. If the leg level is more comfortable, straighten it. Okay. So this may be where you're working today. We're going to, if you want the next step, we're seeing if we can thread the knee above the elbow. That's the next step. So just leave it a little bit more open. That's it. So if the knee doesn't go above the elbow, you're just staying with this hip opening rocking. The knee does go above the elbow, the hands come down on the floor, and you're making a latch with your feet. I'm going to lift all the way up. Just somewhere to go. And eventually you're going to eat your arm with your leg coming out to the side.
Oh my God.
So this pose is a great one to aim for, but we're stuck with, everybody has to start somewhere, and this is where I was to start with. I promise you it does bring results, but Ashtavakrasana that we just did is a pose that's supposed to help you deal with difficult people. And that's a reason enough to aim for it. There we go. So if you have a belt, a dressing gown belt, or a scarf without a stretch, or a yoga belt, please grab it now. We're going to take this right leg that we've been working on, like all the way down. Take the belt, grab it for you, Trinny. That's it. So copy Trinny, chin to shin, so she's going to lift her chin up. A little bit of core while we're here. You're fine actually. I'll demonstrate this belt if you want to see it. Chin to chin. Like that. And the left leg presses down really strongly. Take the head down. If you have got the belt, take the belt in the left hand. If you are doing it without the belt, grab the big toe and take it out to the side. Press the left hand on the left thigh. Oops, stop myself. So press it down, looking in the opposite direction. Bring it all the way back up. Swap the belt. Take it over to the other side. You can also do this with the bent knee, so your right foot's behind your right knee. That also feels like a lovely stretch. Twist. Bring it back up to centre. One more lift. See if you can bring it a few inches closer to your face. Ooh. And release. Now lengthen that right leg along the body. And who has a right leg that's at least 3 inches longer or feels longer than the left? I certainly do. Okay, you're ready to even them up. I'm going to rock up and back. Crossing the ankles. Come onto your hands and knees. And then we're going to start with the left leg stretched out in front of you. The right knee is below the right hip. Folding forward, hands on blocks or on the floor. Half Hanumanasana. If you'd like to go out to a fuller stretch, please do. connecting with the exhale. Exhale is a really great place to stretch a little deeper. Very nice. Come all the way back up. And then we're in pigeon. So the left shin comes towards the front of the mat. The ankle is flexed, so we're protecting the knee. And fold forward. So some padding under your bum. If you feel like you're really rolling onto your bum cheek, stick a, this is a bit high, stick a cushion or a block underneath it so your hips can come down nice and level. Take the weight off the mind. And don't forget, we've got that version on your back for knee people, so left ankle over right knee. Everybody's feeling that hip stretch. Similar position than when we were doing the figure 4, the standing, that final standing balance that we did. Working into that hip. Inhale. Slowly walk the hands back up. Option to stay here, or put the left hand on the left knee and grab the back foot. Press it in. With a little quad stretch. And take it down. Back leg, right leg swings all the way around, right foot outside, left knee. Inhale, sit tall, left arm goes up, and twist to the left. Right. Pressing into the back hand, inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Yeah, Trinny's fine. You can actually bond there. Yeah. That's it. You've got it. So there is that option. We didn't do it on the other side, but you're always welcome to modify your practice. There's a lot more personalisation of yoga. I think there's more of an understanding that one size doesn't fit all. Inhale, come back to centre. We're going to do that spinny thing. So stack your knees on top of each other. We're going to now spin anti-clockwise. Lean forward, pick at your bum up. Walk your hands round anti-clockwise. Tip it down. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter how you get there.
Coordination doesn't love that.
Bit of break dancing, why not? Okay, we're in cow face pose, so the left knee is on top. Sit tall, this might be where you're staying, or fall forward. If you have a block, this is a really nice time to put your head on a block. If your head goes down that far. Listening to the sound of your breath. Remember, it's all about the breath. If you're feeling challenged or confused or anything, come back to this even, steady ocean sound. Steady breath, steady mind. Rock the baby, getting into that hip again. And this might be where you're working. If your knee goes above your elbow, give that a go. So taking the knee a little bit further back. If your knee goes above your elbow and you want to try and work on the arm balance, latch your right foot over your left and flex the feet strongly, squeeze the elbows in, lift the bum off, and eventually you're going to eat your arm with your legs. That's it, Ashtavakrasana, the pose that helps you deal with difficult people. I suppose if you're dealing with difficult people and you're doing this, you haven't really got time to think about how difficult they are. Come all the way down, well done. So we're working on this leg. I'm going to lie down, do those lovely leg stretches with the belt, so come all the way down. Take the outside edges of your feet or wrap a belt around your foot. That's it, come up, bit of core work, chin to shin. Roll the shoulders back, press the right leg down strongly. Take the head down, take the big toe or take the belt in the left hand, take it out to the side. Pressing that right leg down strongly, that's it. Breathing in. so you're taking the leg out to the right, arm goes out to the left. You can do this with the knee bent too. Taking the foot, yeah, so just a really nice twist. We are almost so done. Well done, everybody. Come back to centre. One more lift. See if we can get another millimetre or two out of this leg stretch. Shin to shin. And come all the way down. Feel how your legs are now nice and evened up. Wobble your feet from side to side. Hug the knees into the chest. Rocking up and back, coming to our final poses before relaxation. So now's a really great time to get something to put on if you are in a chilly room or you get cold when you're lying in Shavasana final relaxation. So if shoulder stand is part of your practice, it's a great time to take it now. If you've never done shoulder stand before, I advise learning it in a class. I'm going to give you two options. So one, shoulder stand, people, please come up. Just make sure your neck isn't moving from side to side. If you're not doing shoulder stand for any reason today, you don't want to go upside down, I'm going to give you cosmic egg. Wrap the arms, forearms around the knees and curl the head in, balancing on your bum bones. Your shoulder stand as your fingertips are pointing towards the sky. Yeah, and like Trinny's doing, take your legs over into plough pose. If your feet touch the floor, you can interlock the fingers behind the back. If your feet don't touch the floor, you'll carry on supporting your back like Trinny is doing. Cosmic egg, people enjoying the feeling of weightlessness. Okay. Shoulder stand, people come all the way down. We're just going to take a counter pose. Stretch the legs out. Place the hands just beside your bum cheeks, coming onto the elbows, and then lift the chest up, coming onto the crown of your head. So we have compressed the neck in shoulder stand, now we're opening out the throat. One more breath in. One breath out. Take the chin in. Everybody meet us lying down on the floor. Any last wriggles you want to do, you might want to windshield wiper your knees from side to side if you want an extra hip release. Any final stretches before coming into your final relaxation. So your palms are facing up, feet are flopping out, your eyes are soft. You may have an eye bag, which is really soothing, or something under your knees, a rolled up towel or a bolster, which is just really nice on the lower back. Your lower back pinches a bit. So no special breathing now. Nothing to do. Nowhere to be. No one to be. Feeling the outline of you on the mat. Feeling the outline of you becoming a little bit more indistinct and hazy. Feeling the outline of your body dissolving away. time to stay down, please stay down. Bring some movement into your fingers and toes, and maybe deepening your breath a little bit, just gently waking up the body. I'm going to close the class with 3 humming breaths, so you can either stay lying down or come up to a comfortable seated position. Place one hand on your breastbone, other hand on top. We're just going to breathe out with sound in a long, low hum, feeling the vibration 3 times. Inhale. Everyone who joined us this morning or is watching on playback, thank you, Trinny,
Thank you, Victoria.
hosting this morning. Have a lovely day.
That was so lovely. Thank you so much. I hope you all really enjoyed it. Everyone say thank you. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely class, Victoria. Thank you very much. Bye, everybody.